How are you doing, guys? How are you doing? We do the intro different these days. A lot of people like the song, so we leave the song. Sometimes when we decide, we put the other intro. But look, before we start the show, let's just welcome Hugo. Mr. Hugo, how are you doing? How do you feel this weekend after Liverpool dropped points again? And I know I have to give you respect because at the beginning of the season, I think you were one of the people who called out and said these guys are going to struggle. But how are you doing anyway?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I wasn't overly surprised, so I'm not doing as great as others who were expecting Liverpool to, give us another great run this season. I think Mane meant a lot more to their team than some persons would have understood, and and I also saw that their defense was slacking up from even the end of last year. They were going behind a lot, and were coming back and winning games, and that type of thing just isn't sustainable. So those were some of the key things that I was looking at, why I suspected that they would have trouble. Um, Not expecting them not to have any trouble just because Man United have been absolute crap so far this season. I'm thinking that we're gonna have another dogfight for both those teams coming. So for us, hey, if it's a draw, fine. If one of them ends up losing, fine. So doesn't really matter to us with this one coming up for them on Monday. Yeah. In terms of us, really, really happy where we are, man. 6 goals, 6 points, clean sheet. All I want us to do is continue from here. I suspect that Pep will make a couple changes just because he likes to keep everybody happy, but I'm hoping that he doesn't make too many because I still want to see some kind of rhythm, or I would like to see us keep this rhythm, that we're on right now. So if he's gonna make any changes, uh, I think he'll probably make similar changes to what he did last game. Could be wide changes, and if he's gonna make any changes in the back or in the middle, I don't expect it to be more than one.
We're gonna get to that very soon. But let me just welcome the people in the comments. You've already heard a nice intro and very well stated analysis, just short analysis of everything that happened with the last game and how Hugo feels. But let me welcome you people in the comments. Big Morgan, how you doing? Go Gundo. I know you did that comment way before. I think you didn't know that Gundo is gonna be late, but he is late. So then Big Morgan says, yes, how you doing, man? Big up to you, Veda Games. Adam says, yo, link. Yeah, I sent it to you, Adam, already. We're going to get to the predictions, Big Morgan. So, guys, like the vid before we start off with this show today. So, we're going to start off with the injury report. I don't know. Did you watch the press, Hugo?
No, I haven't really seen some of the injury reports. You're talking for the entire Premier League or just for us?
This one is just for us. This particular one is the Newcastle versus Man City. The other prediction for the Premier League is going to be later after this one, but this is just focused on Man City versus Newcastle. So, Did you watch the press for Pep, or you missed it?
Yeah, I did. I did. I watched a press conference for Pep. Usual type of press conference that I would expect from him. I'm happy. Well, I didn't expect anything different though. I mean, he's not going to make too much of our 6 points so far. I mean, it's just 2 games. That's the right way for him to approach it as a manager. Just looking at the Newcastle game, we don't need to look any further than that. So, I mean, yeah, he's focused. I expect that he has all the other lads, the players, that they'll be focused just the same on Newcastle and getting the job done.
Yeah, so the injuries, I think I was just looking up. It's still Laporte, and Laporte is training in Spain. He's training with his
In
old
Athletic
club,
Bilbao.
and that's where he's training. Yeah. Yeah, as Hugo said, he's training with Atletico Bilbao. Is it Bilbao? Bilbao? I hate that name. So he's training there. So that's the only one who I see is injured. But I saw Cole Palmer and Phillips are back. I think I saw the pictures in training, and Pep verified that they're back. Pep also said this whole Bernardo Silva thing to Barcelona. all he made is a joke that Barcelona are gonna watch Bernardo play for City. So I think people with their chest out, as Kevin said days ago, that Bernardo is staying. I think now it's well settled with the news report. So that one is has died off. Let me see. It says, hello, chaps from Big Morgan. Hello, since you 100 points. How you doing? Big Morgan says, no injuries for us. Yeah, no injuries except Laporte. Everybody is back. Adam, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show, Adam. After days and days of not being here. Adam again with the brick internet and mic, so he's gonna be back in a few minutes. But anyway, let's move on to the players to watch. So, Hugo.
No, I'm here. I was just getting my thing ready. That's why.
Okay, grand. So look, the injury report, we've already done it. Guys, sorry for the background. There's a lot of kids sometimes like playing football at this point in time, so there's a lot of noise sometimes. But sorry for that. So players to watch, Adam. Which players are you looking at to watch in the opposition side? That's the Newcastle side.
To be honest with you, the most obvious one is going to be because of his pace. Is that Saint Maximan?
Yeah, I
Because
think we
his
lost Adam
pace
there.
could. No, I was saying that his pace could cause some damage. Where in a sense that if we are not careful, he can use his pace to open us up, and they can somehow get a counter attack goal from that. If we're not say concentrating when it comes to defensive wise.
Yeah, that's actually. What about yourself, Hugo? Any Newcastle player you want you're worried about, or you're just saying we should watch out for from the other side?
They have quality in their team. Uh, Adam just alluded to one, which is Saint Maximin. Joelinton can do some damage if he's allowed space and time. Kieran Trippier, which was an addition for them last year, is quality because, of course, he's a English international. So I mean, they do have some quality in there. Overall, as a team, though, I don't think they have reached the level to get anything out of the game come Sunday in terms of points. I don't think they'll get the points. If they do get a goal, as Adam said, it could come from something like a Saint Maximin fast break or something
To
from
be honest with you,
Joel.
Hugo and Patrick,
And hopefully we don't.
sorry.
Well,
To be
hopefully we
honest with you,
don't.
to be honest with both of you, you know what else I can see Newcastle doing as well? I think set pieces is going to be very important for them in this game because of the height advantage
Yeah,
that they have.
you have a lot of background noise, Adam. We're hearing
Can
a
you
lot
hear
of
me, guys?
background noise. Yeah, now we can
Is
hear
there a
you
lot?
better.
Yeah, like what I was saying, I think they're gonna use the set piece to their advantage because they have somewhat of a height advantage. So you're gonna see them concentrating on set pieces a lot more than what say they would in other
Yeah,
games
for
because
yeah,
they have more of a height difference.
yeah, like for me, I think the one I'm more watching Hugo is Bruno. You know Bruno, the guy Bruno, the Brazilian in midfield. He's
Yeah.
very good. I think very soon, if Newcastle don't get into Europe, I think most teams in Europe will be looking at him. I know that Arsenal wanted him. Thank God they didn't get him because if Arsenal got him as a backup to Partey, I think they would be more stable than they are right now. But what about Hugo? Let's go to our team. What about our team? Who are you looking? Who are you looking at? Who does your eye have on? Do you? I'm not talking about a player who is gonna carry us, but do you have anybody saying this game they better
Yeah.
at least show up?
For this week, I really would hope that Pep starts Mahrez again. Reason why I would want to see him back-to-back games, see if he can get something going. 2 games so far this season. And he was benched for the first one. The second one, everybody got a chance to get on, and he's one that hasn't really gotten on. Other players in the front three or in the middle, they got goals and so on. Mahrez is going to be important for us going down the stretch. So if he could play and play well, even if he doesn't score or whatever, just have a normal Mahrez game, pinning back the defenders on his side, making sure that because of how he plays, we are able to play our game. I think that would be so. I'm looking forward for that tomorrow. Cancelo, also looking forward to him having a very solid game. Also, being that last game, I didn't think he was all that great. I know it's a new position, where he's playing a little bit more tucked in. But I think Walker has gotten a little bit more accustomed to playing that role because he's also used to playing in a back three type of thing with the national team, right? Which is more central. So I think he's been able to adjust a little bit better. Looking forward for Cancelo, really adjusting like that. For the other players, I'm expecting them to just do the same because I think all of them are firing right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if any of them come again. And of course, our new signing, Haaland, want him to get back on the sheet again. Definitely. That's always going to be good for us if Haaland keeps scoring.
That is actually true. That is actually true. I'm also looking forward to Haaland, but I'm also looking forward to Jack. I want Jack to sort of start showing us. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to hide it. He's going to look. They say he's a small fish now in a big pond. Like, no, now you have the big boys. You also have to become the big boys. Maris has had moments where he's carried us before. Everybody in this team has had moments to do that. So I think this season Jack is going to have, at least even if it's few games, just bring and express yourself. That's what I want from him.
Patrick, I think your mic keeps cutting out, making some cutting sounds.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
Is
it better now?
It's a little chippy, Patrick, but I was hearing most of what you were saying.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna try to check it for the next show we're doing. Yeah, so I'm just looking for Jack to be able to be able to show himself that look, I've arrived in this team. I was here for 1 year, but now I can express myself. That's what I'm looking for.
As it pertains to Jack, I really think that Pep may give him a chance because Pep is rotating. Foden kind of gave himself a little shorthand by playing some un-City-like football in the early part of the first half and then getting hauled off at halftime for it. But I would really want us to play Foden back today. But if we're going to see any changes, as I said before, they're probably going to be wide. But I would really want to see Mahrez playing back again today. So maybe Jack does get a chance today. If he does, I would want to see him taking on people, as you're saying. Take them on.
I got a question for you, Hugo. Because I could see Newcastle playing a low block. To be honest with you, do you think somewhat Pep will end up chucking, say, Julian Alvarez, just in case, say, Newcastle decide to play a low block? Do you think Pep will do that instead of playing Mahrez?
You're asking my opinion, Adam?
Yeah, I was asking you because I'm not saying it's a negative thing about Mahrez, but the thing is with Mahrez, when it comes to low blocks, it's not like, I'm not saying he's bad, but it's like he's predictable. He's gonna cut in on his left, and somewhat. Do you think Pep will have that in mind? Where with Julian Alvarez, he's unpredictable. He's a dynamic fire, like a firework, basically.
I think 3 games in, Julian Alvarez playing on any one of the wing positions is not something that Pep would do right away, especially at the start. He could come on and play there if Pep sees this low block, for example, but he's not going to see that just off the team sheet. You get me? Just off the team sheet, he's probably not going to identify that. So I think he's going to start with wingers that he usually uses and just keep Alvarez watching what's going on, because I think Alvarez also needs to see City some more, so that when he does get his chances, he is very effective. Also, he has been so far, but I think he can just continue to watch that striker position. I don't want us to do what we did with Gabriel Jesus and have Alvarez all over the place, right? I think if Haaland does his damage early, whether it's a brace or a hat trick or whatever, and then we get Alvarez on, and that would be the ideal thing for me, what I would be looking for. But I understand what you're saying about the low block, which is why I want to see Mahrez playing again today, because I want Mahrez to show us what he can do back-to-back games. I remember 2 seasons ago, I used to say Mahrez took 5 games to have a good game. He didn't do that the last season. He was better. He was playing more consistent. I hope he's not reverting to that.
Yeah, big up to you on that. Big up. Very good question by Adam. So guys, this is what we can see. We can talk about Newcastle. This is the form for Newcastle has actually been great, guys. Ever since Eddie Howe took over. I know they lost 5-0 to City, but they they seem to have been doing very very well ever since. As I said, he took over. They've had very good results, as you can see. The recent one is the bid. I think Nottingham Forest 2-0. Then they drew against Brighton. City. We've obviously, as you can see, also been in good form. We only drew against West Ham. Then we won the league against Aston Villa. Then we beat West Ham 2-0, 4-0 to Bournemouth. And if you can see the head-to-head between Newcastle and Man City is very good. We won 2-0 in December 2020. In May 2021, we won 4-3 away. Very, very, very close game. We also beat them in December 2021, 4-0, then 5-0 in May 2022. If you look at the total games we played about 44, had 8 draws. Total wins for City at 28. Total wins by Newcastle is 8. Home is 7. Home for us is 7. Away is 11. So, guys, we do very good against Newcastle. But as I say, this is a new Newcastle. It's full of new players. It's full of new
Yep.
ballers, and it's full of anyhow. This is the second season with them, so the players have gelled. They have bought very well. Nick Pope on goal now. They've got Nick Pope. They fixed that defense. Botsman, I think, was bought in. Is it Dan Burn or something? They bought him from Brighton. They've got Bruno in midfield. Joe Linton was changed from a striker to a midfielder. So it's a team that's looking good. Callum Wilson is back, even though he gets injured, but he's back now. So looking at all this, guys, and looking at all these stats here, Hugo, how do you feel we're gonna do tomorrow? What is your prediction? What is your prediction of the scoreline?
Well, Sunday 10:30. Sunday
Yeah, Sunday. It's on
10:30
Sunday. Sorry.
Jamaica
Yeah.
time. I don't know what time that is for you guys over there. I'm expecting us to win because one of the things I don't think Newcastle is gonna come and play how Newcastle usually play. The reason they got 5-0 from us is because they were trying to play their football that they want to play for the entire season. But Newcastle will have ambitions now, and they will want to play more. It's reminding me of early City when Pep decided that hey, we were gonna play a certain way no matter what, and that was when we got our worst results back in 2016, right? That we got our worst results then because the players were asked to do what they have to do. I think Eddie Howe is gonna continue to ask the players to play how he wants them to play, because if they can get anything at all out of the game playing the way they play, they will look at it as a positive going forward. I don't think they want to change. They're actually creating an identity for themselves now, right? So if they want to go ahead and just say, hey, against City we're gonna do this, I think that's gonna be somewhat negative, and wouldn't work out for them either way, because you probably end up still losing 2-0, but not playing the type of football that you want to try and play, and see if you can match with these people that you aspire to be like. Because that's where Newcastle is now. They're gonna have aspirations because they've opened the checkbook. They've started to spend. I'm sure they want the players to play the type of football that they're preaching right now in the dressing room.
So what score are you going for before we pick the lineup?
3-4-0.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Three,
What
four
about
nil
the
for
guys
City.
what about the guys in the comments? What's your scoreline? I see Katuta says 3-0 and he's dropped his lineup. Big Morgan says 3-1 and he's also dropped his scoreline. Guys, as we're doing what about yourself, Adam? What's your score prediction?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna go with what Hugo said. Is that Newcastle are in somewhat like in predicament. If they open up, it's gonna be a goal fest because they gotta somewhat be balanced in a sense where they gotta be defensively balanced at the same time. Gotta be
It's
willing to
breaking up a
attack.
bit. Not hearing from my side.
Can you hear me now? Is it a lot
Go
better now?
again.
Yeah, I was saying that
Yeah, I'm
like
hearing
what
you
Hugo
better now.
said. like what I was saying is that, like what Hugo said, in somewhat they're in like a predicament where if they attack and they open up, it will be a goal first, and if they defend too low, it's somewhat they'll be jeopardizing themselves because they'll still end up conceding. So in a sense, they somewhat have to be balanced in both sense, in defensive wise and attacking wise, to somewhat win the game or even get a point from it. Sorry.
Okay. So
Yeah, and to
let's
add on, to add to
go
that,
ahead. Yeah.
yeah, just to add to that, Patrick. Basically, I think Newcastle probably wouldn't be penciling our game in as a win from early out, but at the same time, it's early in the season. They already have 4 points on the board. There is no reason for them to try to play negative football. They don't need to go out there and try to do the Atletico Madrid. It's better for them to work on their game because of where we are now in the season. Because if they can get any form of fluidity, if it's even 20 minutes out of the 90 minutes where they can actually do something, it would mean a lot for their squad. It would prove to them, hey, we can do something. I think it would be worth more for them to try and do that.
Okay, so guys, that's what the panel is saying. For me, I think it's going to be a 3-1 game. I think Colin Wilson is going to get a chance and score. But guys, let's move on to the lineup. Stick with us. Let's move on to the lineup. But as we are about to move on to the lineup, guys, always make sure you like, subscribe, and put your notification buttons on so that every time I'm on doing these match previews, you know that Patrick is on doing the match previews. And like the vid, guys, like the vid. It's free to like the vid. Don't be a hater. Majority of you, I can see you. I can see you on my YouTube. You return over and over again. So if you return back to the show, it means you like the show. So like the show. Let's move on to the lineup, guys. I'm going to start with the keeper. So who's going to be our keeper? It's Edison, isn't it?
Yep, has to be Edison, man. Who else? Clean sheets.
So it's always, I know. So this is where it's gonna get complicated for you guys. Which centre back pairing do you want? Do you want John Stones or Nathan Ake and Diaz?
I want John Stones on the field as soon as possible. It would have to be with Ruben Diaz, but I wouldn't be surprised if the back line is where Pep doesn't make any changes in the rotation. As I'm saying, he's probably only going to make 2 or 3 changes, and the back line isn't where I'm expecting it. But if it's going to come, it's likely that it's going to be Stones at centre back for maybe Nathan Ake, because I still expect the wide players to, well, they're not so wide anymore. I still expect the other defenders to hold the positions.
Yeah, so you're going for Nathan Ake and Diaz again.
Yeah.
Let's put that in, guys. Let's put that in. Nathan Ake and Diaz. So Ake and Diaz. So what about the fullbacks? Are we gonna see Gomez? Are we gonna see Sergio Gomez in this game?
I think it's too soon, man. The guy came in. Cancelo has been doing okay. I said his last game wasn't perfect, but we still came away with a clean sheet. So I'd still have Cancelo and Walker as our left and right back.
According to Pep, Sergio Gomez is going to travel. He's going to be on the bench. I have a feeling Sergio Gomez, we might see him in the Barcelona game. I think that would be the best to play him in the Barcelona game that we play on Wednesday. But what about the DM position? Or you put Phillips? Because Pep was saying the only reason why Phillips is not going to play this next game is because he's injured. Do you think he'll be looking to put Phillips in the deep end against Newcastle? Or maybe he's going to play Phillips in the Barcelona game?
Barcelona game, if he's gonna play him, yeah, definitely. As I said, when we start to play this every 3 games, so I'm expecting that game not being an official game, that we'll see some of those changes, but I'm not expecting it for Newcastle. Rodrigo.
Okay, so guys, in the comments, it's going to be Rodri, not Phillips, who's going to play in this, and we suspect Phillips might be there. So what about the two midfielders that are going to be together with Phillips? Do you maintain De Bruyne and Gundogan, or you're going to bring in Bernardo Silva for a bit of energy, as Bruno and Joel Linton are a bit fast and physical?
I think
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
I
looking for.
think this will be the game where we see
Um,
Bernardo come back. I think to be due to that.
yeah, this is one of the changes I'm expecting. As I said, 2 or 3 changes. This is one I expect, mainly because Gundogan has to get his rest. We really want him for the most important games. He's already given us 2 wins, right, and everything. So basically, we need to give Capo a little ease right now. So I would put Bernardo in there with Kevin De Bruyne, of course.
Okay, so what about your front? What is your front going to be?
Yeah, well, Haaland, of course, is the number 9, so you can put that right in right away, right? Yeah,
No change at all, isn't it? No change at all.
yeah. And it depends. I didn't make any change at the back, so and I did make the change already in the middle with Bernardo coming in. So I'm gonna because of his energy, I think Grealish will be able to play and have a little bit more effect with Bernardo on the field this time around. So gonna have Grealish over there on the left and Mahrez on the right. Back to preseason, see if these guys really got it. Kind of a little bit of punishment for Foden there. I would have preferred to see Foden generally there, but maybe he needs to get a wake up call. So I don't know. He can come on in the second half and do his stuff. Hopefully, we'll be ahead already by that time.
Okay, that's it, guys. So, guys, I'm gonna post this lineup online. So we've got Edison in goal, Nathan Ake and Diaz as defense. The back actually maintains itself. Cancelo and Walker, and then Rodri, and we think Phillips is gonna play in the Barcelona game. Sergio Gomez, we also think might get few minutes in the Newcastle game before winning. Or if Pep wants to change tactics, or he will play in the Barcelona game. Bernardo Silva, I'm pretty sure is gonna play in this one. And De Bruyne might also play in this because he's on fire right now. For the front, Hugo has decided to go with Jack because he thinks Jack will do better with Bernardo. We've seen this before in preseason, and we have seen that Haaland needs more game time to gel with the team. So we're gonna go with Haaland. Then we're gonna go with Mahrez because Mahrez is also very good, especially against Newcastle. So guys, that's the lineup. What do you think of our lineup, guys? If you've got your own lineup, please, guys, drop it in the comments. When you watch this video later on, drop the comment. Like the vid, guys. Like the vid, as I say, it's always good to like the video, like the content. It keeps people going. It gets us excited to come back and do more videos for you guys. Let me just read the comments here. Stones and Ake. That's also a good shout. Big Morgan, Bernardo, KDB. That's what we're looking for. Big up to you, Chris. Guys, go subscribe to Chris. He's got a very good channel. My prediction is 3-0 City. That's a very good prediction, Chris. And Richard says, I think we will have a clean sheet 3-0. Big up to you, Richard. Big up to all of you guys. Guys, I'm about to stop this stream where I'm going over to football and chills. I'm going to do the prediction for the Premier League in general. If the guys are joining me, obviously they'll let me know in our WhatsApp. But we're going there because we're doing another stream on Football Chill. And it's going to be a prediction. But guys, put your scoreline. What do you think is going to be on Sunday? Do you think we're going to win with 3+ goals? Do you think it's going to be a difficult game for us? Let us know, guys. Let us know. And as I said, guys, all the time, never forget to like, subscribe. And this is the True City Fan channel. Thank you, Hugo and Adam, where opinions matter.